Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Taqwa Ali. I am from BS Biotechnology. ID is 001. Subject Principles of Chemistry 1. Reference person Dr. Hammad Majeed. Today's topic of my presentation is tellurium. First of all, we discuss about history. Tellurium was discovered in 1783 by Franz Joseph. He became intrigued by ore from a mine near Zlatna, which he suspected was native antimony or bismuth. Klaproth produced a pure sample and decided to call it tellurium. This is tellurium. Tellurium is actually a chemical element with the symbol Te. Atomic number is 52. It has 52 protons and 52 electrons. Its mass number is 127.6. It has 8 natural isotopes. 4 are stable and 4 are radioactive. One of the radioactive one lasts longer than any other isotope. It has a half-life of 2.2 into 10 to the power 24 years, 2.2 septillion years. Next is physical properties. It is a brittle silver-white semi-metal. When it is pure, it has metallic shine. It is ground easily. It can be made in an amorphous form. It is a semiconductor. It changes conductivity a little when shines on it, similar to selenium. It is corrosive to many metals when molten. And chemical properties of tellurium are: tellurium is an unreactive element. It can react with reactive metals to make tellurides. It can burn in to make telluride oxides. It can be oxidized even more to tellurium trioxide. It does not corrode. The chemistry of tellurium is similar to some chemistry of selenium and sulfur, although its compounds are more reactive and the element is less reactive. It doesn't dissolve in most acids, although it dissolves in concentrated sulfuric acid to make a special red tellurium cation. Chemical structure. Tellurium is a chemical element which has atomic number 52, atomic radius, empirical formula 140 picometer. Oxidation states are -2, -1, 0, +1, +2, +3, +4, +5, and +6. It's occasionally found in native form as elemental crystals. How is tellurium manufactured? Tellurium is a typical extracted from कॉपर रिफाइंड बाय इलेक्ट्रोलाइटिक प्रोसेस. इसे एक्सट्रैक्ट किया जाता है कॉपर से और इसको रिफाइन किया जाता है एज एन बाय एन इलेक्ट्रोलाइटिक प्रोसेस which is a cost effective technique applied to high grade copper ores. In this process, tellurium and other impurities such as gold, silver, platinum are concentrated onto and then removed from crude copper anodes. Bonding. In tellurium, the covalent bonding necessary to provide large ring and chain molecules by catenation is almost non-existent. Element. These precursor compounds include dimethyl telluride, diethyl telluride, disporyl telluride, diallyl telluride, and methyl allyl telluride. DIPTE is the preferred precursor for the low temperature growth of cadmium, mercury, tellurium. The greatest purity metal organics of both selenium and tellurium are used in these processes. The compounds for semiconductor industry and are prepared by adduct purification. The next is photocathode. Tellurium shows up in a number of photocathodes used in solar blind photomultiplier tubes and for higher brightness photoinjectors driving modern particle accelerators. The photocathode, which is automatically has a photoemission threshold of 3.5 electron volts, exhibits the uncommon combination of high quantum efficiency less than 10% and high durability in poor vacuum environment. This has made it to go the choice for photoemission electron guns used in driving free electron lasers. In this application, it is usually driven at the wavelength 267 nanometers, which is the third harmonic of commonly used lasers. Next is biological role. But in biological field, tellurium plays what role we are going to discuss. Tellurium has no known biological function, although fungi can incorporate it in place of sulfur and selenium into amino acids such as tellurocysteine and telluromethionine. Organisms have shown a highly variable tolerance to tellurium compounds. Many bacteria, such as Pseudomonas aeruginosa, take up tellurite and reduce it to elemental tellurium, which accumulates and causes a characteristic and often dramatic darkening of cells. In yeast, this reduction is mediated by a sulfate assimilation pathway. Tellurium accumulation seems to account for a major part of the toxicity effects. Many organisms also metabolize tellurium party to form dimethyl telluride, although ditelluride is also formed by some species. Precautions are: tellurium and tellurium compounds are considered to be mildly toxic and need to be handled with care, although acute poisoning are rare. Tellurium poisoning is particularly difficult to treat as many catenic agents used in the treatment of metal poisoning will increase the toxicity of tellurium is not reported in by carcinogenic. Human exposed to as little as 0.01 mg per cubic or less in air exude a foul garlic-like odor known as tellurium breath. This is caused by the body converting tellurium from any oxidation state to dimethyl telluride. That's all from my side. Thank you so much.